I know. That's a good one. All right, let's move on to the next one. We're talking Disney 2026 games that are Disney IPs, and they've come out, and these are for hobby gamers that we're talking about. We're skipping the Munchkins and the other games. The next one is, I haven't played it, but I almost got this the other day. I want to hear, should I buy the Haunted Mansion's Call of the Spirits game? Tell me about it, Dean.
Spoiler, my favorite 2020 Disney game is Haunted Mansion. I love this one. This one is a lot of fun. You've got it up on the screen, but I've got it right here too. First off, let me go ahead. The components of this one, I'm going to mention that first. So you have cards.
So you can show.
Do you have those up there, BJ? Sorry.
No, I have you up. It's just you and the components. Take it away.
You want to see me holding these up. Okay. I'm not going to hold up the box, although I think the box is, I'm sorry, not the box. The board, I think, is really well done. But the cards is really what makes this game shine. This game is ultimately set collection, and you are collecting these cards from around the board. You're just going to be moving around the board, collecting these different types of cards. Okay. Some of them like this, the more of these that you collect, the more points that you're going to get. You've got some that give you a point, but then you're also going to get points for other types of cards that you're going to collect. And you have ones that allow you to get rid of your haunts, and some that if I get one, I'm going to get 3 points, but if I get two, I'm not going to get any. So I need to get 3 cards so that I can get 12 points. And there's lots of different types of cards. You got the classic, the kickoff to the right in there, and I'm trying to think some of the other ones, but ultimately, there's just so many different types of art on the card. They didn't skimp on the art at all. I think it's fantastic. But the gist of the game, again, is you're moving around the board. You're collecting these cards that will give you points at the end of the game. But there's also a lot of player interaction in this. You have these, if you're in the same spot as somebody else, you can duel them for the cards. And what you're going to do is you're going to say, I'm willing to take this many haunt cards. And the other person says, I'm willing to take this many haunt cards because I really need this card that you're trying to steal from me. But if you get haunt cards, what you're going to do is you're going to take the set that you have the most cards of in at the end of the game. If you have the most haunt, that's the total value of these small, tiny cards. If you have the most haunt cards at the end of the game, you're going to lose that entire set. So even if you're gaining a lot of points, that one set that I showed that you can get, 25 points from this card, even if I get that, I might completely lose it if I have too much haunt. So you really need to manage that. And there's lots of different ways that you get haunts, and that happens from the hitchhiking ghost as well. If they travel through your spots, they're going to give you a haunt card. And this is this cool little miniature here of the hitchhiking ghost. And it's a pretty simple game, but I love it. I think this one's a lot of fun. And I think, again, it's my favorite Disney game that I've played this year. And it's not as complex as Villainous. I think this is going to appeal to a lot more people. I'll be able to play this with my family, no problem. In fact, several of my family members have already picked this one up and have had no problems playing it. I like it quite a bit. But you've not played this one, but you're a little pumped on this one, maybe.
Oh, I love the Haunted Mansion. I try to go to it at every park that I visit. I think it's one of the best attractions from that era. It's competitive, and it's competitive, right? And it takes
that's right
time.
Yeah. So this one takes about, I don't know what it says on the box, 30 minutes. That's probably about right. I would say maybe it plays up to 6 players. With more players, you actually play less rounds, so it does kind of scale a little bit, but I still think 6-player games. I've not played full 6 players. I played 4 players, but I think it still takes probably 30, 40 minutes to play that.
I could actually see having a whole shelf of games just of the park rides, if we see Disney park rides. And that's what's so disappointing about Jungle Cruise. But the Haunted Mansion sounds like one that would fit right into the collection. So, yeah,
I think this is kind of the sweet spot for IP games where you're going to get people that might not be like super heavy hobby board gamers.
Okay.
But they'll see this, they'll love Disney, they'll see this at Target and pick it up off the shelf and be able to pick it up pretty easily, and then introduce mechanisms that you see in hobby board games, which that's exactly what I want in these type of games. Nothing too heavy, something I can introduce to my family but it still has some of those interesting mechanisms.
Yeah, another Prospero Hall game from Funko. And, one of the things that we have to remember, it's got a weight of 1.8 on the BGG scale, which is very light, right? I mean, that's a game just about anybody can pick up. And yet, go on Amazon, Dean, and look at the reviews on Amazon, and you're going to see a couple people go, my wife and I picked up this game, and we've read the rule book 4 times. We have no idea how to play. So,
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily talking about Haunted Mansion, but games like that. So,
Yeah.
good on Funko they don't always hit, but good on them for trying to bring out games that have rules that hobby gamers would enjoy, yet family gamers could still play, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that, again, that's what you want to go for, and Funko gets it. Like I think they're knocking it out of the park, honestly, with doing that. And we're going to talk about another one soon that I think they did another good job on. You might not agree.
Did they? All right. I'm BJ from Game Gumbo.
And I'm Dean from Meeple Town.
And until next time, Dean, laissez le bon temps rouler.
Thanks for coming down to Meeple Town.